Hey,
Hello.
how's it going?
Eddie is excited. You may see his tail in the background.
It's gone now.
He's tackling things.
There you go.
He was napping right until it was time to start.
It is what it is. So,
He smashed into my leg just now.
our Keyforge content for the night. Once again, we got the Gauntlet.
Yeah, we're doing the Innkeeper, the Entwines coalition.
Decided 15 minutes before they made that post in Discord.
Yeah.
So, or no, 15 seconds, sorry. Yeah. It's a deck that's one of my favorite decks. It's our very first 3-0 deck.
Yeah, it's our first 6-0 deck, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Probably, yeah.
I think it was one of our decks that I think surpassed expectations. Eddie is just chewing away on that squeaky toy. Just chewing away on it. Yeah, it was a deck that surpassed expectations. It's neat because it's a Brobnar Sanctum Coda deck. And it's got shadows in it too, and the shadows really likes to fight in this deck. So it's just kind of a fun deck to play. It's got a lot of like problems that opponents have to solve for. So it'll be interesting to see how well it does in tonight's matchups.
We'll get you right.
So,
How about that? How about that?
we're gonna see if we can find Eddie a toy with which he could chew and it not make noise. But yeah, Innkeeper. I want to say Innkeeper held its own when we played it for the belt. I think it got eliminated eventually, but I think it didn't. It didn't embarrass itself in that tournament. So, yeah, it's a deck I would say that belongs in the pantheon of TTR decks for one reason or another. So.
Jerry mentioned how it overperformed in the championship bracket.
How well did it do? I thought it did.
I want to say
well.
I want to say top 8. It was at least top 16.
Yeah,
It was doing really well. I think
Yeah,
I think it lost to Jack Feet. I could be wrong about that.
I
I feel
could
like the
see
matchup
that.
was really bad for it.
Yeah, I could see Jack Feet being an absolutely terrible deck for it. I won next game.
I did add Gauntlet records to the spreadsheet
Ah.
of decks, so you can easily see decks Gauntlet records now. There's a lot of 2-3s, a lot of 1 and 4s.
I think it's to be expected, sort of.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 3-2s, and Venus was the lone 4-1. So, also, Mr. Durkins, thank you for the 22 months.
Yeah, appreciate that. The pre,
Drill 8.
yes, pre actual streaming part. So
Innkeeper versus Barker's Rex may be a matchup that's happened before.
yeah, it's very possible. I believe this hand is. So I'm going first. I do believe this hand is a hyper mulligan.
Pico Shake.
Oh yeah, get that started.
We have 3 more, or we have 6 more weeks of bets to get in before it gets deleted.
Yeah,
So.
turns out as it turns out, what was once rumor is now basically fact, confirmed fact. Our inside sources at a nearby LGS basically said, yeah, they're not expecting Dark Tidings until the middle of May.
I mean, it's the same source as Modi's sheet that they sent to their distributors
Yeah.
for release dates. So yeah, we're in the waiting pattern again.
We did get the Guardians box.
We did get that.
So Guardians fans, we will be starting the Guardians campaign tomorrow. I will be playing Rocket. Justin will be playing Groot.
I'm actually really excited about it. They look really fun.
And yeah. I will
The Guardians of the Galaxy box.
start by playing a Long Fuse Mines. I'll tell you
I'll
guys.
say Shadows. I will play Treasure Map. Who? Movie quote? Oh, I don't remember that. How's it going?
Come on, man.
Sorry. And I'll
Start.
discard Naughty and Special Delivery.
Victor, hello.
Unfortunately, Star-Lord is not in that box, but he's coming out later as a solo hero.
I will play Vimas Lightbringer and Bulwark. It's your turn. Let's see.
I will play Untamed, play Full Moon, play a Dew Fairy, play Mighty Tiger. I'll do 4 damage to Vimos. 2. I will Nature's Call. Get these 2 and Bulwark. 2. Mighty Tiger, shoot. Gain 1. Dew Fairy, gain 1. Play Regrowth for Naughty the Thief. And I'll say check with 10.
Okay, I will say Brobnar. I'll play Hebe the Huge, and I'll punch the Mighty Tiger. And I'll draw 1.
Forge, happy Easter, y'all. I didn't even think about it. I guess we could have looked for like a bunny theme deck. I don't know if we have anything.
I don't think actually we do.
I don't know if we do or not. I don't think so. All right, I will play.
You like would think that with all the decks that we have, we'd have some sort of
There'd be something
we could work with.
I'll say Logos. I'll play Library, play Spectral Tunneler. I will Twin Bolt, do 2 to Hebe. And I'm done.
Okay, I am going to say Shadows. I'm going to play Carlo Phantom and Dodger, and I will One Last Job. Steal 2. These. And it's your turn, I'll draw.
Nathan's drinking a Guinness Nitro Cold Brew Coffee Stout.
Yep.
I'll say Shadows. I'll play Naughty, I'll play Asp. I will Hidden Stash. Card. Your turn. Yeah, it's different. Coffee Stout.
I'll play Sanctum, I'll play Bulwark, I'll play Commander Remiel, and I'll play Take Hostages. I will say check with 6, and I'll... Good.
Play Logos. I will Library Access. Play Brain Eater, draw. Play Brain Eater, draw. Play Keo, draw.
I got Barkist this game.
Play Fogify. No fights. Draw. Play Lab Work. Archive. Card. I need to draw. I'll draw with my library. I'll play Phase Shift. Draw. Play. I'll play Relentless Whispers on my Naughty. And draw. And I am done.
Yeah. I will say Brobnar, I will burn the stockpile. I will play Brothers in Battle and say Sanctum. I'm gonna pop the long fused mines.
It's flanks or non-flank?
Non-flank, not on a flank. I will drop all my cards on the floor. I will play a Ganger Chieftain. I will opt not to fight, and I will not reap with Hebe. I will say check with 6. It's your turn.
Alright, I'll say Untamed, pick up the archive. I'll vigor my Brain Eater. 2. We'll play an Ancient Bear. Actually, I'll play the Common Cold first.
Okay.
We'll vigor my Brain Eater. Play an Ancient Bear, play Fertility Chant. Just gaining some amber. I'm done.
Okay, I will forge. I will say Shadows. I'm going to discard Bad Penny. I am going to Nerve Blast to kill Keo. And I am going to Lights Out both the Brain Eaters. And it's your turn. I will draw.
Alright, Forge. Play Shadows. Play TMTP. Special Delivery. Moon Cursor. One last job. Steal one. Your turn.
Okay, I lose.
Okay, there we go. There you have it.
That was like, I felt like that was like a really good.
That's a good Barkus draw, yeah.
That's like
against stuff that wasn't like.
I think it's like an up
stuff.
I think it's like an upper 90% of Barkus draws there. I mulliganed a mediocre hand. I drew my opener and it was a 2/2/2. And I played one card and I had a 2/2/2. And then I played two cards and then I had a 3/2/2 because you bounced two of my cards. And so it just kept falling apart. Well, I had Amber control, but Innkeeper really likes to fight to have some Amber control.
And Barkus does not do that.
Well, the turn that I could have done something about the board, you played Fogify. I had Brothers in Battle and a Ganger Chieftain. Like I could just wipe the table of all creatures and whatnot, but yeah, it was
a bad things lined up.
It didn't line up well.
Exactly.
I will say. So
next game, KVBS versus Innkeeper. This should be much different.
Can we go back to playing Hero Realms where I 5-0'd the bosses of that match instead of getting 0-5'd in the Gauntlet, please?
We do. Those are very enjoyable solo player streams. One player co-op games streams.
Yeah, I know, J. Philpeg. It's not. I don't know what I was supposed to do in that draw, though, right?
No, I don't.
You went T1 Treasure Map, which is good for Barkus Rex.
This doesn't even have TMPB, so
right. I mean, it's got Brothers in Battle. It's got a nice like steady amount of Amber control. But when you went to 12, I was like looking at my hand and I had no Amber control. I was like, I think I've already lost because I cannot. You already have enough Amber to win the game, and I don't have any Amber control. That was after I hit the. After I hit the stupid burn the stockpile.
Yeah, Barkus doesn't even care about that.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, you got rid of 4, I guess we'll go to 12.
Yeah. We'll have to find a way to slot a Dark Tidings deck with Unfathomable into this Gauntlet somewhere. Once we get those, it'll be interesting to see what deck might pop up as a contender for that. I am thinking of possibly a 6 slot. Maybe. We'll see.
What did I roll? A 10?
Yes.
Okay. So I am first. Mulliganing.
I'm gonna mulligan. And maybe that Barkus needs to come out for like a bursty Dark Tidings deck.
I think Barkus is what you want.
Yeah, but if we get like an Unfathomable deck,
our thing already skews creature heavy, in my opinion. We're already skewed. Like our Mass Mutation deck, we picked our Mass Mutation deck pretty early to Mass Mutations, but the best Mass Mutation decks are like the Logos, balls to the wall, playing all of your stuff ones, right?
Right.
I think you could probably substitute out the KVBS or something along those lines. As much as I love KVBS, I think you could sideboard it out because I think Grunt Buggy style decks have fallen out of favor and are less likely to be. Good God, Eddie. It is 15 feet away from you. What could you possibly want to bark at? You know exactly who that is.
Face in the doorway. So we have Meatball now.
Yes.
Back.
Longtime fans will remember Meatball.
Yeah.
Meatball has made a return appearance.
She is locked in the room right now.
Yeah, she's
Ryan.
trapped.
Alright, so I guess I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going first, so I'll play Ogopogo. Go ahead. Draw one.
Play Shadows. I'll play Dodger, the Long Fuse Mines, the Clumsy Giant Bear. Exactly. I'll discard. I'll discard Magda the Rat.
She's even larger and clumsier now. So I will say Sanctum. I'm gonna play Hadros Wall, Sigil of Brotherhood, Maruk the Marked, and Equalize. And it is your turn. I will draw for.
Play Brobnar, play War Chest and Screech Bomb, discard Luke's Bodies, play Bumpsy, make it. Your turn.
Okay, I will say Brobnar. Ogopogo is going to fight Dodger. I'll do the 2 damage to Bumpsy. I will play Groggins. I will play Foozle. I will play Ganger Chieftain, and I'll have Maruk the Mark fight Bumpsy. And he'll capture 1. And it is your turn. We'll draw 3. This is where I get Glorious Feud, right?
Say Sanctum. I don't have it. I did forget this deck had Doorstep though, because that would have been good. The Doorstep.
Yeah. There were. I think I had live draws versus Parkas. I just didn't have them.
Grey Monk. Play Ezekiel. I would have Grey Monk fight Marut. I am done.
Oh right, I will say Brobnar. I'm gonna play Sound the Horns.
Did you okay.
I don't actually think anything there. I didn't discard the Grump Bucky, so I don't think I discarded anything there that I couldn't live without. So I will play Calphine. I will have Groggins fight Ezekiel. It's almost tempting to leave him alive, just so that way the Glorious Fuse not much or not as bad for me. I'll Reap with Foozle for 2, and then I'll Reap with Ganger Chieftain and Reap with Ogopogo. And I will say check with 6, and it is your turn. I will draw 1.
So Shadows, I'll Nerve Blast and shoot Groggins for 2. Then I'll crack this Long Fuse Mines.
Okay.
I'll play a Shadow Self. There's your
okay, I will say Brobnar. I'm gonna flex Calphine for 3.
2?
For 3.
Oh, because of the wall.
And then I will Reap with Ganger Chieftain and Foozle. 10. I'll say check with 10, and it's your turn.
I'll say Brobnar, I'll burn the stockpile.
Yeah.
I'll use the Screech Bomb. Play Valdir. Play Brothers in Battle. I will not fight with Shadow Self. Even though I could fight with it and then use War Chest. Oh, it says destroyed. Never mind. So yeah. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say this. I'm gonna play Anguish. I will play Schuler and steal 1. I will play Banish. I will banish Valdir. And then I am going to Exhume Prince Derek. And gain 3.
You wish a Glorious Fuse. You don't discard.
Oh yeah, he's not dead. He's alive. Okay, I will say check with 10. I will draw.
So Sanctum. I'll Spirit's Way. Play Tabris. Play Bulwark. Your turn.
Okay, I will Forge. I will say Sanctum. I'll Harder They Come and Purge Tabris. Then I'll Blinding Light for Sanctum. And it's your turn. I will shuffle and draw 2.
I'll say Shadows. I'll play a Nerve Blast. Shoot my Bulwark. I'll play Carlo, Bad Penny, One Last Job, and steal 2. And I'm done. You guys played Wingspan? We did not play it on stream, but we have played it.
We've played
I don't
Wingspan.
own it,
It's really good.
Yeah,
Wingspan's awesome.
We did play Mariposas on stream, and that is by the same designer.
Yeah, also really good.
Yep.
I'll play Grunt Buggy. Elizabeth Hargrave is her name, I believe. I will discard Coward's End, and I will play Calphine. Forge for 7. I will draw.
Alright. Say Rodnar, pick up the archive. Play Valdir. Play Ganger Chieftain. Fight the cow. So he does 7 to Valdir. Valdir has 2 armor. So he takes 5. Valdir does 8 damage. Allowing him to kill the Calphine. I have this punch too. I guess I should play punch. And then I'll discard Coward's End. I'll use War Chest to gain 1.
Yep.
Your turn.
I will say Dis. I am going to 3 Fates. I will play Schuler. I will discard this Amber because I don't think. Yeah, it's your turn. I'll draw.
Oh, say Sanctum plays 2 Glorious Fuse. Sad. Vimos and Remiel. Played for the first time today. It surprised me a lot. Those multiple win cons and not knowing what my opponents are looking for. Yeah, there's a lot of cool like building.
The game's
like,
really good.
Engine building. You can do with that.
It's a game I have not gotten to play as much as I would like to have played it, because of how fun the engine building is and how different how like you prioritize different things every single time that you play.
I remember like one of the first times I played, I looked across the table and I was like, "What are all those eggs? What does it do?" And I like. Someone I was playing with was just doing a bunch of egg stuff, and I barely had any eggs. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
I will play Maruk the Marked. I will play Equalize. I will 1 stood against Mini. I will have Schuler fight Remiel and then fight Vimos. And I will say check with 6. It's your turn. I will draw.
The Shadows. Lights Out to bounce Maruk. Play 2 Dodgers. Your turn.
Alright, I will say Dis. I'm going to play Anguish and I will banish a Dodger. And I'll say check with 7 and it's your turn. I'll draw 1.
I already like how this matchup's going. Now that we've like stabilized a bit. It's just hilarious Grunt Buggy back and forth.
Oh yeah.
And murdering. Those are the best games where you're just like, fighting each other.
Mm-hmm. You can't like but the Grunt Buggy also makes both of our scaling Amber a lot better, right?
Yeah, I think you can definitely explore different strategies pretty reliably in that game.
Like for instance, Scythe is a game that I have played a lot of, and I couldn't even tell you what the proper strategy for Scythe is, right? And I think Wingspan is kind of similar. They're there's like general guidance you could. It's kind of like chess, right? You can give general guidance, but depending on what the opponent is doing, you have to completely change your game plan.
I'll say Robnar. I guess I do. I'll play Brothers in Battle. Shadows. I'll play Loot the Bodies. Play Hebe the Huge. I will anger Hebe into the anguish. Get one for Loot the Bodies. Use War Chests to gain one. And then you can force yourself. So check with 9.
Okay. I will save Brobnar. I will burn the stockpile. I will discard into the fray. I'll play Ogopogo and Groggins. It's your turn to draw.
I'll say Sanctum. Play Take Hostages. Glorious Few. Grey Monk. Heal my Dodger. Feels good.
Hallowed Blaster value.
You did it. Your turn. Feels good, man.
I think I say Brobner here so that I can flex the Groggins for 5.
It's a lot.
And then I reap with Ogopogo to put me to 6. So that way if the Dodger ever dies, good shape. Or do I just have it kill the Dodger? Could draw back into like a job you could draw in. I think it's worth it to kill the Dodger here. I'll have Ogopogo kill the Dodger. And it is your turn. I will draw one.
So Shadows, I'll pick the Archive. I will double Nerve Blast that Dodge or the Ogopogo.
Okay.
Play Lights Out on Groggins. Play Dodger, Shadow Self, Dodger. Your turn. Check with 10.
Okay. I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Blinding Light for Shadows. I will play Maruk the Marked. I will play Aban the Armorsmith. I will play Derek. Keyforge for 9. I will draw.
I'll say Sanctum. I'll reap with Grey Monk. Play the Spirit's Way. Play Bulwark.
Okay, I will say Sanctum. I'll play Opal Knight. Destroy each creature with even power. You had an all odd board, and I was like, man, how am I going to get this guy to work? I will play Abade, and I will play Baltram. We'll make Abade nice and huge here. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Say Brobnar. Play Bumpsy to make you lose 1. Play Punch on Abade. I'll Ganger Chieftain Bumpsy into Abade.
Okay, for 5.
And a punch.
It's 8.
Yeah.
He is 8 with 1 power. With one
I guess
armor.
I'll shoot Baltram then. With both.
You could fight Baltram, kill.
Oh yeah, you're true. That's true.
And Bumpsy wouldn't die.
Then I'll punch.
And then you could punch someone else.
Yeah, punch Abade.
Yeah.
Then more chests to gain 1. Alright, your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Brobnar. I will play Groggins. I will play Sound the Horns. Use it twice. Refusal. I will play Foozle. I am going to put Blood of the Titans on Evade. I will pop the Sigil of Brotherhood so that I can use Sanctum creatures. Evade is going to reap, so I'll discard the Amber. I'll gain an Amber. And then Opal Knight will fight Ganger Chief. And it is your turn. I will draw 3.
I'll say Shadows. I'll play Magda and then one last job.
So that comes back, yeah. Okay.
Your turn.
I am going to say
Tree Redemption double value tonight? Why would it be double value?
no.
Oh no, because no, she's not
Yeah.
responsible enough to come out right now during stream time. Because she might knock everything important over.
She is a bull.
Yep.
In a proverbial china shop.
There's a reason they had to make Magda the only leaves play ability in the game. They had to like errata her.
I will say Sanctum. I'm gonna Heart of the Come Bumpsy, and then I'll reap with a bait. And I'll say check with 6. It's your turn. I'll shuffle and draw 1.
Say Sanctum. I'll play Glorious Few. Play Vimos and plays Ezekiel. I will not fight because then I lose. So, your turn. What's up, Cammy B?
Hello. I will say Brobnar. I'll have Groggins fight Vimos. And I will have Ganger Chieftain fight Abade into Ezekiel. And I will say check with 6. I will draw.
I'll play Brobnar. Play Screech Bump. Play Baldir. Actually, no. Worth the Coward's End? That's Coward's End. Kills 2 creatures. Yeah, I think it's worth a Coward's End before I play Baldir. At this point in the game, I got to get that value. And then I'll draw 1 and I'll shuffle and draw 1.
Okay, I will say Dis. I will play Streak, Dust Imp, and Tezball. I will Shadows of Dis to blank your creatures, and then I'll play a Binding Iron to pile some more chains on. I'll say Chuck with 7. It's your turn. I will draw.
Need to draw Coward's End again.
I think you actually have a number of outs there.
Perhaps. Okay. They Robnar. They burn the stockpile. I did have it last turn also.
Yeah, I was trying to play around it for a while.
Yeah.
But I was, yeah.
I'll fight Tezmal, then Anger, fight Tezmal. 4. I'll use War Chest to gain 1. And I'm done. I draw 1 card as a streak. Check with 9? Question mark? Yes. Yeah, he was playing around Burn Stockpile.
Okay, I will. Speed is 4, 9, 10, 11. 11, 1. Okay, so I'll say Sanctum. I'll play Maruk the Marked and Aban the Armor Smith. I have a Bade fight Valdir. Takes 5. 2, 4. No, takes 4 because of Aban. Okay. And it is your turn. All.
Play Shadows. Play Long Fuse Mines. The Dodger. I'll draw 2 cards. Rocking the 4-card hands. My key cost is 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 4. So right now I do have check.
I will say Brobnar. I will discard Coward's End. I will play Calphine. I will Reap with Groggins. And it's your turn. I will draw 2. Go ahead.
Say Sanctum. I will Spirit's Way.
Okay, that's game. I don't have any. I was trying to get back to Burn the Stockpile or something. Couldn't get there.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, I was. So when there was a point where I was like, I'm in danger because I know how this dance goes, and I don't have the Amber generation to keep threatening as much as I need to.
Yeah.
So I lost that game to the incremental stealing there. Yeah, stockpile. I thought I was in the clear for the stockpile for some reason, but it was the only way I could threaten. Right, if I don't threaten, then he can go play whatever other turn that he wants. Right, he had doorstep. I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah, I had doorstep holding at the end there too.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it didn't matter what I did. I couldn't threaten enough times in a row. I don't know where I lost that game.
Yeah, I thought I was done after that flex.
I thought the flex put me in good position, but then you stole a bunch of amber after it.
Yeah.
So.
Luria.
Bade was dead anyway.
Oh.
Oh, because it had 9 on it. For some reason, I was thinking it was 10. The armor from what's his face threw me off there. The armor from a bond. My mental math was counting that armor as power in that situation. So yeah, I lost anyway. Yeah, I got the first time through the deck, the Sound the Horns milled Sound the Horns milled all of those tiny disc creatures that are inconsequential in that matchup that only count towards Glorious Few numbers. And and at the end of the game, I had all of them in my hand, and I was like, I don't want to take a turn to play these because these don't make your keys cost more. All they do is set me up for Glorious Few.
Right.
But eventually I got to the point where I had 5 of them in my hand. So, yeah. Alright, well, anyway, here's the next game. Trying desperately to get back to either my burn the stockpile, something along those lines. Schuler, I think, would have been fine. I don't know, J. Phil Peg. It's bad, man. It's real bad.
Something happened during the Light Tasker Championship match or something like that.
Yes, I don't know. I used literally all of my luck to get Canadrab to win game and then almost win game 2, and that was it. That's all I had. That's all the Keyforge energy I had. So every Dark Tidings delay pushes any sort of Amber Keyforge reserve that I could have 6 weeks away. So but at least when I was playing against Light Tasker over and over and over, I was like, well, these Dark Tidings around the corner. I don't have to play this godforsaken matchup anymore.
Wrong.
Somebody. I don't know what somebody did, but they've cursed me. Okay, I will say Sanctum. I'll play Champion Tabris. Go ahead. Yeah, it's a negative. Can be. Lord Farquaad's got this straight. It's middle of May now. COVID is essentially stolen an entire Keyforge set from the Keyforge community.
Cumulatively, absolutely.
Cumulatively at this point.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
And I don't think it's
shipping is a mess right now.
Shipping internationally is a mess. So I do not think it's Fantasy Flight at this point. I think it's a conglomeration of other other people's screw ups at this point, right?
But our chairs are going to ship out this week.
Yeah, hilariously, we may or may not have our chairs soon.
Yeah.
So
very exciting though. All right, I will play this. I'll play Malficorn and Sacrifiend. Did 2 damage to the armor there.
Sure. I am gonna say Shadows. I'm gonna discard Bad Penny. I'll play Dodger, and I guess I'll discard this Nerve Blast because you didn't drain any damage. And it's your turn.
Play Sanctum. I'll play Amberheart and Commandeer. I guess I can play Yep, never mind. Go ahead, Amber. Your turn.
Okay. I will say Shadows. I'll play Magda the Rat. I'll play Shadows.
Discard Magda?
So yeah, sorry, discard Magda. Play Shadow Self. Have Dodger fight Maleficorn. Reap with this Dodger. And it is your turn to
go one for the Reap.
Did. This is the first Amber. I stole the first Amber generated this game.
Play Star Alliance. I'll play Red Alert
for 3. So Shadow Self is toast. Dodger will take 3, and Tabris will take.
Play Lay of the Land.
It had more damage on it. I put 3 on it for some reason.
Play Garcia. Play play Ambassador Lou. 2 damage to Dodger. Play Particle Sweep. Do 3 damage to that Dodger.
3 damage to this one.
And your turn.
Alright, I will say Brobnar. I'm going to play Loot the Bodies. I'm going to punch Garcia and gain 1. I'll play Bumpsy and make.
The flank Dodger has no damage. Yeah, that would have all gone to Shadow Self, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah. For some reason, I split that damage up. I don't know what I was considering there. I split the damage between the two for whatever reason. I think I put the 3 on there, and when I went and grabbed the other counters, I put it on that Dodger. This Dodger could be dead, and this one can have 2 on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Play Sanctum.
And I draw.
Play Champion. Play Bulwark. Play Salvador. Play Seeker. Your turn.
I will say Brobnar. I am gonna Reap with Bumpsy. I will Coward's End. 3 chains. I will play Valdir. It is your turn.
What was this for?
You're stealing. Your guy has destroyed steel.
Oh, okay. And did I lose one for Bumpsy? I don't think I did. No, wait. That was that.
That was like 2 turns ago.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I'll drop a chain and draw 1. Okay.
I'll say this. I will mark the Valdir.
Okay.
I'll play a Cinder. Play Brabble and do a damage to Dodger. I'll play Stirring Grave. Or Garcia. And your turn.
Valdir will fight Cinder.
Dead.
I will drop a chain. Go ahead.
Play Star Alliance. I will subdue the Tabris. Play Scout Pete. Shoot the Dodger twice. Look at the top card. Discard Bonesaw. I'll hang on to Bonesaw. Your turn. Check with 6.
I agree, Lord Farquaad. I will Doorstep. I will Glorious Hue. Play Bulwark. Play Hallowed Blaster. I will unstun Champion Tabris. I will say check with 6. I will drop a chain and draw.
Say dis. I'll Reap with Brabble. I will Gleeful Mayhem. So I'll kill Brabble, make you lose 1. Kill Scout Pete, do damage to Bulwark. Play Bonesaw is ready. It's been so long. We've got a ready Bonesaw. I'll play Infernus. I will Purge.
Resident Sleeper.
Doorstep. And Punch.
This actually, it generates a lot of amber through not amber pips. Is the
Bonesaw. I'll just fight the Bulwark. That doesn't die. Your turn. Check with 7.
I will say Sanctum. I will play Take Hostages. Tabris will fight Infernus and Hallowed Blaster Tabris. She'll capture 2 because of the Take Hostages as well.
The Hallowed Blaster
I will play Commander Remeal.
is not the worst card in the game.
No. It's actually good in this
It's actually good in that deck, yeah.
It's actually fine in this deck.
It performs a decent function.
Yeah.
Key of Darkness is 100% the worst card in the game.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Alright, I'll say Sanctum.
Win percentage wise, I think Gromid is a card that Gromid is a card that your win percentage goes down if you actually play it right. Like Hallowed Blaster doesn't. Hallowed Blaster impacts the win percentage of the deck, but a card that you actually play and your chances go down. I think Gromid is worse. So
play Alice, play Lyco Knight, play Champion Anifil, capture 1, play Burning Glare to stun Tabris. Do I Amberheart my Bonesaw? I don't think so. Your turn. Check with 6. Grommet is pretty bad. That's true.
Grumpus Tamer did really poorly in our May Misfits tournament of last year. So there's probably an argument that Grumpus Tamer is like.
Yeah, you play Grommet and then you look at your hand and your board state and you're like, oh, I should not have done that, and then you proceed to lose the game.
All right, I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to Reap with Commander Remiel. I will Spirit's Way.
My Squire, hanging out. Just hanging out.
I will play Vemos. I will Zakiel Vemos into the Squire. And then I will Hallowed Blaster. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Played Forge. Played Dis. I'll Implosion the Vemos. Play the Malf and shoot that twice. Your turn. Yeah, Mars has some weird rares.
I will say Shadows. I'll play Carlo Phantom. I'll Nerve Blast and shoot the Maleficorn. I will Lights Out and bounce the Maleficorn. I will say check with 7, and it's your turn.
Say Starline. So play Scout Pete. I'll discard that. I will play Antony and shoot the Carlo and capture that stuff. An access denied on Zakiel. And your turn.
I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play War Chest and Screech Bomb. Play Brothers in Battle.
Did you already take one back?
No. I will Anger Zakiel into Scout Pete. And it is your turn. I will draw.
There may be one deck out there that can utilize Key of Darkness reliably, but oh boy, is it difficult.
There's like a like a Maverick Antony, right?
Something like that. I will say Sanctum. Play Seeker of Truth. Play Grey Rider. Ready. Play Grey Rider. Ready. Reap. That's 3.
I forgot all about
Ready,
that.
Reap.
But when you played the first one,
4,
I was like, that deck has 2.
Reap. 5. Ready. I guess there wasn't a way I could have gotten the Seeker the second time.
Could have deployed. You could have played the Seeker, then deployed there, and then deployed there. Whichever way it was, that the last one would have readied the Seeker.
Would still be in the same place on the board?
They have deploy, so you can put them. I'm not sure what the math is, right? So
yeah.
Deploying is 1. So if you played the Seeker first, tapped, you play the first one, ready the Seeker, and Reap with it. And then, so the second one comes down, and that's 2. So if you ready him, and you may have to put it on this side. Like I said, I'm not sure what the math is, because you can always deploy to whichever side it needs to be. Which I guess we could figure that out right now, just for a optimization point. So there's some value of this game at this point. You play the first one. So the second one comes down. 3rd use, 4th use, 5th use, 6th use. Yeah, okay.
7.
So yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then you can Seeker there.
Okay. All right. Your turn.
Okay. Well, I will say Brobnar. I'm going to play He Be Huge. I'm going to stomp those Grey Riders flat. And then I am going to Gengar Hebe. I think I just Gengar Hebe into Seeker of Truth. I don't think there's any point in dealing with Antony at this time. I will War Chest for 1. And then I'll go ahead and Screech Bomb because I'm fixing to reshuffle, so I may as well. Alright, and it's your turn. I will draw 2. Go ahead. I had 2 cards left in my deck, and one of them was the Burn the Stockpile. I could have Hebe plus Burn, I think, could have punished there, but
say Starlance. I'll Red Alert for 1. Play Scout Pete. Capture. Top. Third Particle Sweep. Reap with Antony. And
okay. I am going to say Shadows. I'll play Long Fused Minds. I will play one last job. I don't think there's any reason to purge at this time, and I'll play a Dodger. It is your turn. I will shuffle and draw 3. So Chuck with 7.
I'll play Star Alliance and pick up the archive. I'll subdue the Dodger. Reap with Scout Pete. I'll discard Ambassador Lou. I'll Reap with Antony. Play the Garcia.
I was trying to play around the taxing, right? Okay, I'll Forge for 8 unless you're stopping the key.
No, that's it.
So I didn't really want to kill Antony because if you tax me, yeah. Okay, I am going to say Brobnar, I suppose. I'll play Bumpsy and make you lose 1. Discard the Coward's End because it doesn't do anything. Gengar Chieftain will kill Garcia. Hebe will kill Antony. Then I will War Chest for 2. And it is your turn. I will draw 2. Go ahead.
Play this. I'll mark the Bumpsy. I'll mark the Gengar Chieftain. I'll play Maleficorn and do 2 damage to Bumpsy. Play Bonesaw, play Infernus. I don't think you had any pips. I'll get Subdue and Particle Sweep. My own. And so check with 6.
I have the burn, but
yeah.
Locked into Brobnar.
666 players on the leaderboard? Dang, that's pretty great. Too bad I can't. Too bad we gotta delete it soon.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. That's
actually
cool.
a lot.
I dig that.
Can't wait to lose with Comp Page.
All right.
I feel like that matchup wasn't great. And I think there's also a chance that Glorious Few blows out that matchup.
Yeah, yeah.
If done at the right time. But
Innkeeper's not been getting good at Glorious Few chances tonight.
I mean, it was like that was like, I don't know. Maybe not killing the Antony was a mistake. It's just hard to say. Let's see, player herps cruising to get me to ban him again. Tell already.
Just asking for a 1 second timeout.
Asking for it's. I'm gonna escalate. Have we done a gauntlet for OS Wesker Hill?
No.
We should probably do that.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
The curse. But I'm not opposed to that. I don't think we've done a Worlds Collide one in a while. Actually, when was the last time we did a Worlds Collide gauntlet?
Probably the Andres. Did we do Andres?
Did we do Andres? I don't think we did do Andres.
I thought we did the winners and maybe we didn't.
We did Tiberius.
We did the highest SAS, maybe?
We did do highest SAS. That was way long ago. Did we never do Andres, really? I don't think we did. We might need to do that.
Yeah. I mean,
I was going through our YouTube videos to get all the records into the sheet today. I didn't see Andres, but that could just be me forgetting to add it to the playlist for gauntlets. But correct me if I'm wrong, chat. If we have actually done that. 5. I don't remember us doing that. Do you remember us doing that? I feel like I would remember that.
I mean, we debuted the gauntlet a little under a year ago, right? Because we were installing for Mass Mutations time.
Did after the one against Light Tasker.
There was never a gauntlet against Light Tasker.
You mean against the finals match? I don't think so.
Or after one against Light Tasker, the Worlds Collide final? I thought we did the winners of each of the tournaments, but that doesn't make sense because Barkus.
We never did Barkus though, right?
Barkus
we definitely did Nibirius.
Yeah, Barkus can't gauntlet itself.
And we did Jackfeet, but only way later.
Yeah, Jackfeet was recently, right? Like,
so I don't think we did. Found us on YouTube because of the video on Star Wars CCG. Cool.
Oh yeah,
welcome.
Thank you.
Very cool. Was I first?
Yes.
Okay.
I mulliganed. Yeah, our card game necromancy stuff is like our per capita best performing stuff on YouTube.
It still like trickles in views. It's so weird.
It's like it's because there's not a lot of actual play for those games out there, right? That was part of the reason why we wanted to do that, just because it felt like there was an opportunity to play all the paper boomer card games. So.
All right, your turn. Wait, I was first.
You were first.
All right, my turn. I'll play Champion Tabris.
Okay, I will say Brobnar. I will play First Blood. I will play Signal Fire. I will play Foozle. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Brobnar. Play Valdir. Play Punch. Play Anger. Tabris. Capture 1. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Mars. I'm going to play Glixel Proliferator. I will play Stormcrawler. I'm going to Hypnotic Command both of those onto Tabris. And it is your turn.
Well, I'll say Sanctum. I'll Reap with Tabris, and then Spirit Sway. I can't let Proliferator live. And also 5 Sanctum hand, so I'll play Blaster, play Bulwark, play Lightbringer, play Grey Monk. Actually do.
Okay. I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play War Chest. I'll play Rock Crawling Giant. I'll play Blood of the Titans. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Say Shadows. I'll play Dodger, Bad Penny, One Last Job. Kill 2. Your turn.
I am going to say Shadows. I will play Merkins and play the top deck. Carlo Phantom. I will play a Gamgee. I am going to double Nerve Blast the Gray Monk. Does 1 to him.
That's 1.
And I will play Team TP. I will say check with 6, and it is your turn. I will draw. I wonder if it's worth it to Signal Fire the Gray Monk there. Signal Fire the Bulwark. Yeah, I think that's what it's worth it to Signal Fire, kill the Bulwark, then double Nerve Blast. Okay. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Much better. That way all that armor is off the table. Okay. Yeah, say check with 6. Plus I actually kill 2 creatures and draw.
This is where I want to let you forge. Kind of. So I will. I'll say Sanctum. Play Glorious Few. 3. I'll reap. And your turn.
Okay, so I will forge. I will say
you like that key, don't you?
This is like one of the first keys I've forged in quite some time. I am going to say Shadows. I think I just swindle there.
Yeah, I was worried about swindle there.
I think that's a good time to play it. You don't have 3 creatures on the table. It's roughly equivalent to what I would generate otherwise. And I'll draw 1. Go ahead.
Brobnar, play Screech Bomb, play War Chest, play Hebe.
Okay, so all these idiots are dead.
Play Bumpsy to make you lose 1.
It is gone. Alright, I will say Brobnar. I'm going to play Lollop. I will play Ganger Chieftain. Lollop will kill Hebe. Rock Hurling Giant will kill Bumpsy. I will War Chest for 2. And it is your turn. Let's see.
Play Shadows. I'll play Long Fuse Mines. Shadow Self, and I'll Nerve Blast to kill the big beefy Rock Hurling Giant. Your turn.
I will say Brobnar. I'm gonna reap with the Ganger Chieftain. Lollop is going to fight the Shadow Self. I will play Drummerknot and bounce Ganger Chieftain. I'll play the Ganger Chieftain and Lollop will fight Vemos. And then I will War Chest for 2. And I will say check with 6. And it's your turn.
Say Brobnar. Play Loot the Body's Coward's End. Gain 2. Play Ganger Chieftain. Feel like I just let you forge again. I'm very scared. No. I could use Screech Bomb, but I'll discard Burn the stockpile, and I'm done.
Okay. I will forge. I will say Shadows. I'll play Dusk Chronicles and draw. Play Diagnose Spy Master and I'll discard Bad Penny. And it's your turn. I will draw.
I dropped a chain and drew too many cards like an idiot. Okay. Lone Dipno. Lone Diaper Spy Master.
Yep. What do you have in those diapers?
Show me what you got in your diapers right now. Forge.
The One Knight's come slamming into chat.
Wow. I'll say Sanctum. I'll play Remiel, discard Glorious Few, play Take Hostages. I am done. It's already brand dived with Spymaster. Full. Did Moon log on tonight, Andrew? He was late. I drew the correct amount. Nah, I didn't think you would. I drew the correct amount of cards this turn. I've done it.
Okay, I am going to say Mars. I am going to Orbital Bombardment, showing 4. I will gun down the Chieftain with 3 of those. I will do 2 damage to the Commander Remiel. I will play Mars Needs Amber. I will play Shockworm and Xanthic Harvester. Now Generosity for 8. This is the maximum I can generate. It's possible it's correct. Actually, I think it's correct for me to hold this. The reason being is I know I have 2 Mars firsts in this. I've got Dipno, I've got Xanthic.
But if I kill those, you're out of creatures.
Yeah, it's fine. I still can generate more, is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I have how many cards left in the deck? I have 9 cards left in the deck.
If you draw both Mars first, you can at least go back to 6.
But
then you're out of like.
Yeah, but the thing is,
bombs.
all the stuff I want to do is over here, right?
No, that's fair.
I'd only be at 6. Whatever. I'll generosity for 8. I think it's possible. It's correct to actually hold that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will play Mother Gun. I will Containment Field Remiel. I'll Mars first, the Xanthic Harvester to ready and reap. And that's that. The Mars first is the bottom card in the deck. So go ahead. Just to give you an idea what kind of Keyforge I've been playing lately.
Play Shadows. Lights out those 2. Play a Dodger. And I am done.
Okay, I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to discard Coward's End. I am going to Bramo. I am going to Ganger Chieftain Bramo into the Dodger. And I will War Chest for 1. I will draw.
I'll say Shadows. I'll Nerve Blast and do 1 or 2 damage to the Harvester. Play a Dodger. I'll use Screech Bomb. Your turn.
I am going to say Mars. I'm going to Mother Gun and shoot the Dodger for 2. I will play Zizek Shockworm. I will Mars first to ready and the Shockworm. And
why Harvester? I want it gone.
And it is your turn.
I want it dead.
You can shoot. I can like Containment Field the Ganger Chieftain or something to kill it off, right? You can shoot your non Mars creatures in this deck using like Mother Gun or Orbital Bombardment, and then get to go back to using Xanthic Harvester.
Imagine not wanting it dead. Imagine, if you will. All right, I will say.
Well, it is, but I mean, sometimes in Keyforge you got to plan for the turn that you're going to take in 2 turns.
I'll say Brobnar. Brothers in Battle, Shadows. I will play Loot the Bodies. I will use Long Fused Mines. Gain 1 with Loot the Bodies. I will have Dodger fight the Harvester. Or the Shockworm, sorry. And die. Gain 1. Use the War Chest. Gain 1. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Shadows. I'm going to play Dusk Chronicles. Draw 1. Play 2 Gamgees and a Dipno and discard Oubliette. I will say that is your turn.
I will say Shadows. I'll lights out the Dipno and a Gamgee. I'll play Magda. And your turn.
I am going to say Mars. I am going to Mother Gun for 3 the Magda. I will play Mars Needs Amber. I will play Glixel Proliferator. Orbital Bombardment. Do that to kill the Magda. I am going to discard Containment. And it's your turn. I'll draw 2.
The Sanctum. I'll Doorstep.
Yeah.
Glorious Few for 3. Play Take Hostages. And play Ezekiel. Your turn.
Okay, I'll say Shadows and I'll Swindle.
Say Barabner. Burn that stockpile. Play Ganger Chieftain. Fight Proliferator. Use War Chest. Your turn.
Okay, I will say Brobnar. Ganger Chieftain is going to fight Ezekiel.
This War Chest and War Chest matchup.
I will play Rock Hurling Giant. I will play Foozle. I will play Drummernaut. Play Ganger Chieftain. Drummernaut will fight Ganger Chieftain. It's 1, 2, 1. Bounce. 3, 2. Reap. Bounce. 4, 3. Reap. Bounce. 5, 4. Reap. Bounce. 6 onto Foozle and Reap for 2. Then I will War Chest for 2. I'll say check with 11.
That is game.
Okay.
That is game. In fact, that was a good game.
Yeah. I feel like Cop Phage won an almost fair game there.
Yeah.
Like, things couldn't line up for me to draw the whole deck there. I'm mad I didn't get to draw my whole deck, chat.
He's mad that
I won a game and I'm still mad.
You hate to see it.
But yeah, I think otherwise that was a relatively fair matchup. So
I did not save cards. I saved Doorstep for a while. I was setting up Doorstep for a long time. I did draw into the coward or the burn the stockpile though. After that, I really didn't have any answers. The Swindle was pretty bad. Actually, that Swindle was like the game, I think.
Yeah. Well, that was
because I couldn't threaten after that.
Mm-hmm. I was glad I drew into the Swindle.
Yeah.
I was like really glad that I drew into it because this is one of the big swings. Confage doesn't have a ton of big swings, but
both Swindles that game were really good for you.
Yeah. That's like a game I would show people when they say Swindle's a bad card.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Nah, if you think Swindle's a bad card, I think you're just bad at playing Swindle.
Swindle's a really good card. You definitely just have to know when to play it.
Yeah. It's just there are bad times to play Swindle. Yes, thank you, J. Philippeg.
Yes, have a good night. I'm on Gasolina this week. Love me a Gasolina.
Yeah, it's a fun deck. When you don't have your stealth mode discarded.
True. Even if Innkeeper has a losing record, which obviously it does already, but I still think it was a fun deck to play.
It was. I mean, it was.
Games were close.
It was in all those games except the Luria game. The Luria game.
Except for the Barkus game. It was really
the Barkus game was closer than you think it is.
Okay, I guess it was. The
I think I had 2 keys at the end of it.
Well, it won the Vibius game. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't roll, did I? You rolled 6? 3.
Yeah. Yeah, the Barkus game was, and I think this deck has game against Barkus.
Yeah.
I think specifically
it just needs to draw like doorstep and board and
I drew
pile.
Probably like low 20% of like hands that you would want with this.
Yeah, Barkus was on fire. So,
yeah, I mean Barkus wants to go turn 1 treasure map, right?
Yeah,
and I think if we looked at the number of wins Barkus has, and
it may have never lost a game that is turn 1 treasure map. That may not be the most ridiculous thing I could say. That's
I do not think it is outlandish to say that that is won 90% of the games that win T1 treasure map.
Probably more than 90% because its win rate is like crazy right now.
Yeah,
on our stream. Barkus versus Light Tasker win.
I don't think it's a good matchup.
Probably not.
I mean, you can go for it, but I don't think
fertility chant.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 amber for you to blow up.
Yeah.
If Barkus had a key cheat, I do like its chances against Light Tasker because I think you could sneak in a Strange Gizmo. And honestly, Strange Gizmo is fine to play against Light Tasker because Light Tasker steals it and then doesn't ever want to forge a key because then it blows up its own table, right?
Yeah.
So it has to go back to setting all that stuff up again.
Reminder, tomorrow, Guardians of the Galaxy begins.
Yeah.
We're going to have to deal with another gem. Infinity Gem. Madness.
Could they be building up to a Thanos box?
Maybe. I want Fantastic Four something. Just really bad. I'm hoping that if they could like sneak Fantastic Four into the Thanos storyline.
Honestly, if they wait until the Fantastic Four, till the Marvel version of Fantastic Four,
wait till that. I think that's probably what they would do, right?
Yeah.
Same with X-Men.
Yeah.
We do brunch today.
No.
I went to my family's cabin with my brother's family and my parents, which is why Eddie's so tired. You can see his sleepiness. He was running around outside and then creeks and stuff.
He's down for the count.
I'll say Logos. I'll play Graft, which I might regret having Graft early. I'll play Vapors. I'll archive card. Play Daughter. I'll play Eddie. Draw 6.
I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play War Chest. I'm going to play Loot the Bodies. I'm going to punch Daughter.
I've heard a lot of people say it's difficult, and Groot and Rocket are definitely not on the same level of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
I am going to anger Dodger into Eddie. And I'll gain 1 for Loot the Bodies. So that's Coda Brobnar right there.
I'm just a good Light Tasker was until I practiced for KFL. It's 6 straight bans did show me how much people fear it. Yeah, and just having 8 power on it probably for your lineup makes it scarier, right? It's really good, and especially it really rewards multiple plays because after I won, there were a lot of people that played games with it and lost a lot because you really kind of have to develop your own strategy with it. You can't just throw it on the table, play it, pick it up out of nowhere, and figure it out immediately. I'll say
I'll never forget the first game I played with Light Tasker on stream where I said Logos 10 turns in a row, never called Shadows, never called this, and won the game because I had a board of 5 or 6 Logos creatures. between like Hologramophone, the Titan Guardian, Wormhole Text, and all that stuff. Like, I just sat on the table.
Play Amber Tracker, play King Can, play Zap to kill the Dodger, play Lay of the Land. Draw one. Play Tabor. And I'm done.
Okay, I'll say Shadows. I will Nerve Blast King Can, give it right back. I will play Long Fuse Mines. I will play One Last Job, and I will play Shadow Self. I think Shadow Self's value here is too high to One Last Job it away. I will say check with 7, and it's your turn. I will draw 4.
Doing her into the snags. So the difference between watching me play on stream and playing against other people probably is that Nathan always plays around snag. Always plays around snag. So if I'm playing against random people, people play into snag a lot more.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing with like Contphage versus Justin. Justin's like, let him forge for 6.
Yeah.
Lets me forge all the time. People would stop Contphage from forging all the time at the Vault Tour, and then I'd be like, oh, Martian Generosity for Affinity. It's like, I want you to stop me from forging the key. I threaten as that me trying to win the game is the feint, right? Like it's the tricky move.
But man, I got some really good snags off in that tournament.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I got like multiple turns before people realized what was happening with snags.
Yeah, I think you talked about how you snag somebody and they like reaped with their creature and you're like, snag them again.
It was elusive.
So
they had to like fight it into snag. And I was just using Library of Polosaurus, or it's not Library, but Library of the Damned, and then attacking with snag and like playing a card every turn. It was like 3 turns before I realized it. I'll play the Library. I'll play Gargantodon. I'll Phalanx Strike for 3. I won't bother salting for that. Your turn.
I will forge. I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play Screech Bomb. I think I go ahead and Coward's End. I don't necessarily love the chains here. I don't know that I love an active Tabor. I have not dealt with it in quite a few turns, and I'm on the verge of cracking the game open. I'll play Hebe the Huge. That'll be my turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 2.
I'll say Starlands. I'll play Kirby. Play Vapors. I have
Kirby into Vapors.
a card. I will transport platform Kirby. Play Kirby. Play Memory Chip. Play Xeno Training. And your turn.
I will say Brobnar. I'm gonna have Hebe the Huge fight Kirby. I will War Chest. Drop a chain. It's your turn.
Play Logos. I have card. Memory Chip. Play Crazy Killing Machine. Play Quant. Play Wormhole Tech. Your turn.
I am going to say Sanctum. I will Glorious Few for 1. I will play a Bulwark. I will play Commander Remiel. And I will drop chain. Good.
A Saurian. Tribute onto Quant. Axiom. We're let's put this word up. I'll word the Wormhole Tech. Play Odoak. Library. You haven't played Burn the Stock, have you?
Mm-mm.
That's fine.
Okay.
Your turn.
I am going to say Sanctum. I will doorstep. I will pop the long fused mines. I will play Grey Monk. Play Hallowed Blaster. I will play Take Hostages. It's your turn. I will draw.
Play Star Alliance. I will play Stealth Mode. Play Galactic Census. Gets exactly 3 or 4, gain 1. 3. It's so hard to get extra amber off that card. Or exactly 5, gain 2. 6 or more, gain 3. That's a lot. 6 or more is...
Well, you can't share any houses,
yeah,
right?
And have to have 1 creature every house in play. Alright, your turn. Check with 8 in Stealth Mode.
They unnecessarily nerfed Auto Legionary.
Yeah.
I am going to say Shadows. I am going to discard Bad Penny. I will play Carlos Phantom and and it's your turn. I will draw 3. I don't think there's any reason to use Screech Bomb there.
I'll say Logos Archive. I'll Reap with Wormhole Tech.
Can you only use 1 Uncharted Lands at a time?
I have Raptor. Play Hapsis, play Babbling Bibliophile, use Crazy Killing Machine. Saurian card, I guess I'll kill my library. Shadows, I'll destroy the Carlo Phantom. And your turn. Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad what they did to Auto Legionary. Can't believe it.
I am going to Glorious Feat. Get 2. I am going to have the Grey Monk fight Babbling Bibliophile. I will Spirit Sway. I will play Sergeant Zeke. And it is your turn. I will say check with 6.
Yeah, I'll say Saurian. Give the Archive. Play Dactyl. Discard Axiom. Play Ludo. Play Raptor. Play Raptor. Play Udom. Play Phalanx Strike. I won't bother. I mean, I guess I. No, you have Lights Out. I won't. Your turn.
I Forge.
Yeah.
I am going to say Brobnar. I will play Bumpsy to make you lose 1. I will play Ganger Chieftain to throw the Bumpsy into that Lagash Raptor. I will play Brothers in Battle and say Sanctum. I don't actually think to fight with War Chest for just 1. And I decided to go ahead. I will draw.
The Star Alliance. I'll play Melina. Put a Rover on Raptor. Play Xeno Training. Capture. Your turn. What do you guys think you'll play? When do we will play Dark Tides as soon as we get it?
As soon as we get it, man. Yeah, it's
literally the second it is in the store. We can buy it.
Yeah.
We'll buy it, and then we'll begin stream.
Yeah,
and we will not stop streaming.
It's going to take a little bit to get the product and then bring it back, but we will announce in Discord.
Yeah.
It's going to be the middle of May, though, because of all the shipping delays, unless somehow it gets
I mean, it's possible that they gave that date as, like, we don't really know when. It might be earlier, because
it could also be later, right?
That could be later, but the shipping is so up in the air for international shipping that Asmodee probably just has no idea where it's at on any of those boats that are floating around out there. So yeah, it could be at the bottom of the ocean. Probably an amount fell off a shipping container. That happens all the time.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
But that's usually accounted for.
I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play Valdir. I am going to pop Screech Bomb.
Yeah, imagine having an Evil Twin deck that never is going to exist. Or you have an awesome deck that you're like, I wish I had the Evil Twin of this. It's in the ocean.
Or you have the Evil Twin and the other deck never.
Yeah.
It's just stuck at the bottom, for creating some sort of barrier reef. Somewhere in the Pacific. Bumpsy is going to fight Ludo. And then Ganger Chieftain will fight Molina. I will War Chest for 2.
Someone's saying the print date on the decks they had was July 2020. Yeah. No, yeah, I've always figured it was a shipping issue, but dang, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Maybe they should ship to a warehouse in America, like, after they print stuff, instead of waiting 100 years.
Or print it in America.
Yeah. Well, they can't afford that. They can afford it. They just won't.
Yeah.
I'll say Logos. Kind of a card. I'll play Vapors. Let's do Archive 1. Play Vapors.
Decks. So decks are only unique per language, because there are.
Well, the decks are unique across the board so far.
Well, there are two decks that have the same name, but one of them was printed in a foreign language.
But they're different deck lists, right?
They have different deck lists.
Yeah.
Yes. But the name of the deck, can be the same.
Like Quant Daughter
in different languages. So.
But the Evil Twins will be within their own language, I believe it was said. And I'll use Crazy Killing Machine. My Tribute. Wow, I love destroying that. And also a Saurian card. I'll kill Ezekiel. And this Sweet Lagos. I don't want to kill that. I guess I'll kill my Dactyl. Your turn. This is a game going well.
I am going to say Sanctum. I will Glorious Few for 2. I will play Vemos Lightbringer, who's going to destroy that daughter.
I need to draw more.
I think this is the first creature Vemos Lightbringer has destroyed all night. And then I will play Champion Tabris. I will say check with 6. I will draw 3. I think Vemos Lightbringer is one of my favorite arts in the game. Looks like a Magic card, honestly.
I'll say Logos. Play Eddie. Archive a card. Draft. Reap with Quant. Play Lay of the Land.
May as well play the Graft, because if I forge my next key, I win.
Yeah. Play Quant. Use Crazy Killing Machine. I knew that was there. I didn't want to put that there. I stacked the deck. This is library.
That is.
It's exploded. Alright, your turn. Isn't that looking good?
Okay, I am going to say Shadows. I am going to play a Magna, Shadow Self, a Dodger, a Lights Out, a Bounce Eddie, and a Quant. I will say check with 9. And it is your turn. And I will draw.
Okay, I'll say probably Logos.
I mean, like the reason it bounced Eddie there, in case anybody's wondering, is to force him into Logos. He just took a Logos turn.
Play Quant, play Eddie. Play Creep with Quant. Play Stealth Mode. And your turn.
Okay, I will say Shadows. I will play Carlo Phantom. This Dodger is going to kill Eddie and steal one. This Dodger is going to kill a Quant. And I will steal one. Magda is going to kill that Quant. Shadow Self will reap. I will say check with 11. I will draw.
That is it. Gasolina is the check of, can you deal with a bunch of silly creatures on the board? And if you can, it can't really do anything, right?
Right. Multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the Saurian test, right? It's like, if you've got some bounce here or there, if you've got some, like, I think it's a good, like, control deck, right? Like, well, I should say control as in the classic experiment term of a control.
Right.
Not as in a control deck, as in it stops the opponent from doing anything.
2 and 3, I think it was respectable.
Yeah.
Quite respectable.
It held its own.
Yeah.
I would play Innkeeper in a Vault Tour.
Really?
I think you could finish 4 and 2, 5 and 1.
That's also a deck that it really rewards you getting some practice with it.
Mm-hmm.
I play with it on TCO a lot, just because it's fun. And it's competitive against random stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Innkeeper is a fun deck. It's probably a very fun Chainbound Knight deck too. It's not something that your opponent's going to groan at when you have to sit down at the end of the table.
Yeah, it steals some, but it's not constantly stealing.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stealing you can see coming from a mile away.
But it's so much fun fighting stuff.
Yeah.
Like it fights to steal, which is like that's how stealing should work.
Yeah. Stealing should not be printed on cards. That I think Team TP is an actual good stealing card because it's
play aroundable.
Exactly.
And it checks a lot of decks. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
So I think Team TP is because there's a hurdle you have to clear before it does anything, right? Mm-hmm. I don't hate trust no one to steal one and steal fine. More if your table is blank and they have more types of creatures. Like I don't hate that style of card but
stuff like Nerve Blast,
routine job like that to me is egregious. Dumb. It's just you play a card.
It's also boring.
Risk. It's 0 risk. You just play it and you steal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Team TP is like a necessary check on the game. I mean, unless they want to print Doorstep and Interdimensional Graft and loot the bodies and other cards like that.
Urchins
for the rest of the time.
And Rad
Urchins, they don't care. Rad Penny is worse, right? Because it's an urchin that gets shuffled back into the deck. So
okay, that's it. That's our Gauntlet. That was actually not that slow. It's
Well, it's a deck with a lot of forward momentum.
Yeah,
right.
It's true. It gets a lot of stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, that was a nice quick night.
Yep.
I didn't get completely skunked, which was awesome. I am not sitting here ranting for hours.
It was looking like we were almost going to get there.
We were on the way.
We were really close.
We were on the way.
Tomorrow, Guardians of the Galaxy. First scenario. Very, very excited about that.
Too much to protect. Yeah.
Shadows card.
TMTP.
That steals all but 6 of your opponent's amber.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a very good card. It's a staple card, I would say, and in the sets that Shadows has it. Very important.
Mm-hmm.
That it even exists. All right. Thanks for watching. Come back tomorrow for Guardians, and then we're going to finish Hero Realms out Wednesday, probably.
Yeah, that might be a quick stream, because I'm not sure how long. Depends if we lose in that fight, too.
I was going to say we could do, like, finish the scenario, and then we'll play heads up, but I don't want to do that because your character is so much better than mine. So the problem with that character is all the artifacts I got, or all the upgrades I got, the equipment, were like items, and the deck wants you to have actions in them. So the more stuff I've been putting in my base deck that has not removed anything are just items.
That make
and I very rarely have turns where I can combo with actions.
Yeah. You have such a
So come show up Wednesday to see Nathan beat Hero Realms by himself with a wizard that just dies at the beginning and maybe does a little bit of damage. I literally contributed nothing to the second scenario.
The second game that
the damage I did to the bear did not carry over. So
yeah.
I actually did nothing except buy some cards on the market.
Yeah.
Wow.
He took some stuff that I probably could have used, maybe.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think Hero Realms is an awesome. Like the whole setup is awesome, but it almost the thing about like say the Pathfinder card game is that you at least got to carry stuff over into the next one, right? So you could make subtle changes to your deck as you went along.
Yeah.
Whereas with your deck, it just seems to slightly get worse each time.
It's not looking good. Yeah. I'm really excited about Guardians. So. Are you kidding me, bot?
Get out of here.
Are you kidding me? Get out of here.
Die.
I got it. He's dead. I'm really excited about the Guardians tomorrow. So hope you all will join us for that. I'm gonna play Groot. I haven't played a protection ally in a long time, or a protection hero in a long time. I was also thinking about maybe messing with Justice and see if I can get a build to work. If I can get a build to work with Justice, maybe I'll try that. But I built a protection deck that looks really good.
Yeah.
So
and I might do. Justin floated the idea of a leadership rocket instead of aggression.
What you do is you equip all the morons and you send them into battle to die for you because you're Rocket. That's pretty on par for Rocket, right? You're like, hey, take this battery pack. Or take this sweet bike.
Yeah.
And
while I'm assembling a giant
Iron Man is just
gun.
flying into combat and dying, exploding on the bike.
So,
Lord Farquaad, what did you do? What happened? Timed out player hurt for 10 seconds. What happened? I missed it.
Oh, he was. He said, "Save the bots."
Oh, okay.
So Farquaad purged him.
All messages deleted. All history wiped out of existence.
Yeah.
Thanos
35 messages tonight gone.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great Monday morning.
Yeah.
And join us tomorrow night for
another stupid week of work.
Yep, and the same week we've had for the last week straight.
Yeah, except
a year straight.
The difference this week, I get my first vaccination shot.
I got mine Friday. I was so excited to get some random stuff jammed into my arm.
I've never been this excited about a needle in my life.
It was great. It's very pog to get jammed up. It was great. So yeah, I got Pfizer. Nathan's getting Moderna. Yeah. Very exciting. Go get your vaccines. They're available at most places now, everywhere. Actually, I think not everywhere, but
I think some places
it's coming up everywhere.
Yeah,
soonish. In South Carolina, Georgia, Texas, it's already available to everybody. Elsewhere, just go apparently wander around.
Gang, yeah. Hit him with the.
Are we gonna form factions based on what vaccine we get?
There was somebody.
It's like Pokemon Go all over.
There was somebody on Twitter who was joking about how the vaccine that you get was gonna divide you into class roles and stuff like that.
I mean,
and he was like, don't try to lie to me and tell me that you got the Moderna when you didn't, because the people who have Moderna know.
Well, anti-vax people are already like talking about the cards being mark of blah blah blah.
The mark of the beast, which is
so
absurd. Yeah. First off, they don't even know the number. They think it's the 666. That's just depending on the translation. I could talk about the Book of Revelation for hours because it's a fascinating. Like even in the Bible, the Book of Revelation is like its own separate thing, and it was probably written about Nero or somebody. Like that's yeah.
From talking to people that I know that are very Christian and know a lot about the Bible, they're like, most people that go to church have not read the Bible, and if they have read the Bible, they didn't try to understand the Bible.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more there than that, like you can read into.
Yeah,
and a lot of people make their own interpretations.
Well, and like there's you could make an interpretation that somebody like Putin is Gog or whoever, right? Because
Gog.
Gog. Gog is like a conqueror or whatever.
I thought it was just a funny word that people said instead of saying God.
Nope. It's actually I believe it's in Book of. Did you ever read Kingdom Come? Because there's a character called Magog.
Okay.
And it may be Magog instead of Gog, but there's I remember because I went to church until sometime in my teens, but I remember somebody Jargoggle.
Oh my God, the truth has been revealed.
But there's like this whole section about like a somebody invading. Gog is like an invader and being pushed back, and the weapons of the army being burned and stuff like that. And somebody was talking about how that interpretation could have been applied to Afghanistan when Russia invaded Afghanistan in the 80s. It's just like it's like the Nostradamus thing. It's if your prediction is like vague enough, then you can interpret it to anything. Yeah. It's the way the what was his name? John Edwards, the spirit medium dude.
Oh right.
If you remember him from like 20 years ago, if you say stuff vague enough, somebody who's looking for an answer or will volunteer information, like the more they want it, the more they will give you to work with, and you can just kind of draw from that. And I think it's like a neat skill to have. You're a charlatan and a fraud, but it is a skill that you can learn, right? So yeah.
All right, we've gotten really off topic.
I'm let's dive in. Let's keep going off topic.
We if Nathan ever does a solo stream, you can expect this kind of content.
It's actually, I kept when I did the solo streams.
Did you keep it on topic?
Last time we kept it pretty much on topic for Keyforge. We kept it, and I kept it rolling. I was actually really proud of how the solo streams turned out.
Yeah,
and I was proud of how not off topic I got during those streams. So
someone just has to bait him in chat. That's all I gotta do.
If I solo streamed like Legends of Runeterra, that would just be me. Us that are actively religious or pro-science, do not subscribe to large.
I was actually
crazy attached to many church institutions.
I shouldn't keep going, but I was talking to my boss who's studying to be a preacher at Liberty University. So he's gotten his master's already. So he's very, very studied in the Bible. And I was trying to ask him why more religious people don't use science as a proof of God, instead of like trying to argue against everything science presents, instead of like saying an entity was so great and powerful that it created all these rules and laws of physics for the universe that mankind is meant to discover and use to carry out like their own path and their free will and stuff. That makes sense to me, but I guess most people just want to say
intelligent design, stuff like that. Like, I think that's.
I added up all these years in the beginning of the Bible, and that's how old it is. That's how Bible, quick Bible maths.
Well, I mean, there's just literally a section of the Bible that tells you who begot who for a long time.
Like you pull it all in that calculator. There you go.
I mean, if somebody, so back when Hollywood was mining the Bible for content, I never understood why they didn't mine the Book of Judges for content.
It's free real estate.
The Book of Judges is like an actual action movie of like all the awesome badass stuff that happens in the Bible. A lot of it is centered in the Book of Judges. I remember, like I said, I went to church until sometime in my teens, but there was one point in my life where I was like, I'm actually going to sit down and read the Bible. I'm just going to go cover to cover, and I made it somewhere into the lesser prophets, and which is all like. It's all people who basically foretold various things that came up, and it's like you've got like the stuff really early on, the first 5 books, and then you've got like a bunch of other stuff that comes after it that a lot of people like refer to a lot, and then like the lesser prophet stuff is like stuff that like barely anybody ever quotes ever, right? You'll get a bunch of stuff from Proverbs, you'll get a bunch of stuff from other books and stuff whenever people are like quoting stuff from the Bible, but like Habakkuk and people like that, just they're never referred to. And then you got the New Testament, which the vast majority of, I would say, American Christians ignore completely. The one of the, and it is almost cliche when you have people who aren't super religious talking about the part of the Bible that they really enjoy is the part where Jesus chases the money lenders, the money changers out of the temple, right? And if you examine modern mega churches, you can't help but imagine Jesus walking into a mega church and seeing like a merch counter or just stuff like that and losing his shit and saying like, what part? Go back and read it again.
And then they escort him outside.
And they escort him outside.
He looks homeless.
Yeah,
and they're like,
right.
You must be in the wrong place.
Sorry, you're not in the right income bracket because we need people who are actually going to
we do need
tithes.
And
we do need tithes to keep this going, right?
Yeah.
So all of this is like
This is very possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Corporation. Yeah. Yeah. I could start about how I like had a slight anarchist leaning before this last year, and how the last year has totally turned me into anarchist. So I was thinking, it was like, man, I'd really like to upgrade the graphics card in my computer. To get a modern day graphics card, it would be easier for me to find a Bitcoin farm, get a group of people, and at gunpoint steal 3090s from a Bitcoin farm.
Or you just buy a pre-built PC.
When I tell you that, you're like, that sounds like a Shadowrun campaign.
We're in Shadowrun.
And I'm like, yeah, we live in a cyberpunk society without all of the sweet neon lights. Like, we don't have the cool gear or anything like that. So pew rents used to be a big thing. Yeah. Well, I mean, like what was Martin Luther's problem with the church anyway, right? Like, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those, like, I can't, it's trying to explain where we're at to myself from like 10 years ago. Nathan, who hasn't quit the comic shop yet and hasn't embarked on like this journeyman phase that I've been in, where I've wandered from career to career trying to figure out what I want to actually do with the rest of my life until I retire. Like, I can't try to fathom and go back to that person and try to tell them, yeah, this is how you get here, right? This is the position. Now, I would still say, hey, whatever you do with these magic cards, still hang on to them. Because it turns out in 10 years, these magic cards are going to be worth more than your 401k.
Yeah, they're worth more than most stocks.
Yeah.
They're appreciating at a rate faster than most stocks.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, so.
All right, I think we're done ranting now.
Yeah. I can careen.
We could keep going, but
I can careen. I am the world's best at having a terrible segue into the next section, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know we alienated a lot of people generally on the stream during these segments, but I'm gonna try to keep that to a minimum.
I don't shy away from difficult to talk about.
No, because I mean, at this point, you know our stances on a lot of things.
Yeah,
and we're gonna talk about them occasionally. So
yeah, exactly.
You know, gave Justin out, and Justin didn't take it. Well, I'm now ending the stream. We're gonna be back with Guardians tomorrow. We probably won't talk about religion and politics again, but I'm not gonna make any promises. So I hope everyone has a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Later.